So what is up guys, Nick here helping you to master your technology, and welcome to what is on my iPhone for summer 2019. I am rocking the Gold XS Max 256 gigabyte. It's my favorite iPhone right now, mostly because it's super large, has a beautiful OLED display, it's super fast. This is a beast, the XS Max, and it feels like the price I paid for it, so I really do like that. Now, I do want to mention that I do have the zoomed mode on if you're wondering why my icons are so large. Also, I tend to run the text size a little bit larger than normal as my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Now, I do have iOS 13 on some other devices, but for this one I run iOS 12 daily because I don't want to deal with the bugs on my main phone. So getting into the applications, I'm not going to cover every single app because I don't think that's necessary. These apps at the top, calendar, photos, clock. We're going to go into this weather folder right here, and you might be wondering, why do you have several different weather applications? That's kind of redundant, Nick. Well, it's because I've been out multiple times hoping that this Accuweather app would be right, and it would say it's cloudy, it's sunny, and it rains. Now, if you're in a climate where you know it's mostly sunny all the time, this won't matter to you, but because of this reason, I had to rely on multiple other weather apps that are a little bit more accurate, like Accuweather, for example. And Weather Underground I really like because for activities, you can add your own smart forecasts like biking, landscape photography, walking, fishing, stargazing, kite flying, and many, many more. So this can be very useful to you if you're looking to get a little bit more fine-tuned weather accuracy. Now, if you just really need that Doppler radar, I really recommend Rain Alarm. It will give you little updates when the rain is getting close, like by the miles too. Like if it's 5 miles away, it will tell you, and I always rely on Rain Alarm for that. Moving on, I do have my creation studio right here. I call it this because these are the apps I do my creativity on for YouTube. The YouTube Studio app for replying to your guys' comment, of course, YouTube, and TubeBuddy. If you are a video creator, you should be using TubeBuddy. It will help you decide if a title that you're looking for with the Tag Explorer is even worth making, like the video, if it's worth making, if people are even looking for it, because you don't want to make a video that nobody even wants to watch. It's just not necessary. Of course, the Apple News application right here. And we also have more industry news. This is where I follow more tech news. I create my own feed in InnoReader. I really like this feed. It allows me to personalize my own feeds. And the only reason I do this is because I don't want just one, news app, multiple different sources. So I'm definitely up to date on the industry, and I really like InnoReader for that. I also use Google News as another alternative for more news. So you got to stay on top of these trends, and I do it through multiple different applications. You don't have to have all of these, but I tend to do this. Really want to talk about one app in here though, and that's The Secret. If you ever seen the movie The Secret, it really changed your money mindset. And this app is awesome. It's kind of in relation to the movie, and it helps you just really get positive about money. It gives you some daily inspirations. It talks about some things like affirmations that can really just help you think a little bit more positively about how abundant money really is. Next up, in my travel folder, I do use Google Maps, of course, and this All Trails app gives me like a listing of trails in my area, bike trails, hiking, stuff like that. Now, I'm not sure if this works if you're not in the US. So if you're not in the US, this application might not work. You can go ahead and give it a shot, but I'm not sure if it will work. Now, moving on to the notes folder, I do have multiple different notes apps because I really care a lot about productivity, but Google Keep is on here for one sole reason, switching between Apple iPhones and the Android phones. If you want your notes in sync, you must use Google Keep. I feel like it's a must. Now, Apple Notes is great when I'm using the Apple ecosystem. Evernote is a more robust note-taking app that's available on all platforms as well. And this Simple Notes is just a simple application for quick and easy notes. So you can see in this Simple Notes app, it's just really a really basic note-taking application. Some of those can get a little bit messy. This Simple Note app is just super simple for just like some quick jotting down when your mind's getting a little bit overwhelmed for the day. You don't want to deal with 100 million notes you have in your standard note apps. So moving on to my finance utilities, I like to keep a percentage calculator in here for adding up tax and tips when I'm out at restaurants. It's a pretty awesome little application. It's not properly optimized for the XS Max, but it does work well. It gives you a simple percentage. Siri can do all of this, but I just like to do it myself. Now, you might be wondering, why do you have another calculator app? And that's because Apple's calculator app does not give me history, which is super annoying. I do have to deal with ads with this one, but I find it to work relatively well. Moving on to the music folder, I have Amazon Music as well as Spotify, both great Now in my online stores, Best Buy, Apple Store, B&H Photo, great source for professional gear, Amazon, and of course eBay. I think these are all basic apps. We don't have to really go through much of those. Now in my education folder, I have a few apps that are pretty well known. Audible for audiobooks through Amazon, Kindle for ebooks through Amazon, but one I want to talk about is Udemy. This is an awesome application for taking courses on your phone. I'm currently just trying out this photography course to get a little bit better at my photography, and I really recommend this. There's a lot of free content on here as well. If you're looking to learn anything, you really want to self-educate yourself, you got to have Udemy. It's a really awesome service, and even the courses that are like 10 bucks or so, they can really help you out, and sometimes you get a lot more value than you would even get out of school. Now I do have a folder for health. I do have this Think Up application, which helps you develop a positive mindset. So what this allows you to do is record an affirmation like, I am grateful for the good in my life, and you can keep playing it back to yourself, maybe before you go to sleep or something like that, and you can train yourself to be a little bit more grateful for everything that's going on around you and in your life, and it really can help improve your life experience. So I do like the Think Up application. Fujikata is great for scanning food items if you want to see the nutritional facts about what you are putting into your body. That's very important to me as well. Strides application, I recently got a water pick flosser. It's an awesome flosser to go along with string flossing. It's like this little electronic flosser thing, really awesome. And I've been tracking my days with the Strides app. It allows you to go ahead and track how many days that you've been on track. So you can do this with multiple different habits you can create, and it really takes about 66 days to create a habit, and I'm almost there. So I really do like this whole entire, Strides application. It's very cleanly laid out, and you could track pretty much anything you want. Just hit the plus button. You can see health, fitness, wellness, productivity, money. You can really start tracking things that are important to you. Next up in photo and video, of course, LumaFusion, a super in-depth video editor for those of you out there who want to edit on your iPhone XS Max. This is probably your best option for professional video on the phone. Next up, I do have this Pro Movie video application, which allows me to just more fine-tune how I use my camera on my iPhone, because I don't like digging around in settings all the time to get to things like aspect ratio, resolution. It's all right here in the application. This was a paid application, but I do recommend it if you're serious about video. On your iPhone, you can do shutter speed, ISO, different white balance, focus. It really turns this XS Max into a little point and shoot camera with a lot more fine-tuned control. Now on my second page, I do have a whole folder because I do love films. I love the creative process that goes into making movies, so I love to watch them as well. Of course, I got Netflix here on the XS Max, and it looks gorgeous to watch a movie on this OLED screen here. Over here, I got Fandango for, going to the movies themselves. Then I got Regal, which is another movie theater. I don't know if it's in your area, it might be. Next up is Trailers, which is an awesome Apple application that helps you see new trailers in theaters, and I think it's super polished, this app. I've always loved this Trailers app. It's one of my favorite out there for just watching movie trailers. Awesome app by Apple right there, the Trailers app. Prime Video, because it just comes with my Amazon Prime subscription, so I really do love the Prime Video. I'm not signed in at the moment, but I really do love that application. Next up, IMBD, which is an awesome application to see which movies are popular, which movies are coming out, people's ratings on them, critiques, things like that. See if you're gonna waste your time before you watch a movie. Awesome to help you narrow down your search and which movie you're gonna watch next. Letterbox is a similar thing to IMBD. Also love this application because this one just allows you to search up whatever movie you want to watch. So let's search up The Dark Knight, for example, and see what happens. So if we go here, you can see people's ratings of the movie, the likes, and you could see who was in the movie, the directors, things like that. And you can also get some reviews from people who actually watched the movie and just read through. Love this Letterbox application. Really helps you narrow down your search once again and which movie is going to be right for you tonight. In social folder, I like to keep this off to the right page because I don't want to be distracted too much by social media, but I do have Instagram, Twitter. You could follow me at both of these down below in the link in the description. Coming over to Google folder, I got Gmail and Docs, nothing fancy there. So in my extras folder, I got NordVPN, great virtual private network that I do use. And the next one is Pexels. And here is that wallpaper that everybody has been asking for a while. I purposely held back because I wanted to share it in this video. And you can go ahead and download it at the link in the description. This is the artist. I will leave credit to this person as well down below. Although this is a copyright free photo, all these photos are commercial free. She also has some great photos in here as well. So I will link her down below, and I will link this application, Pexels. I just typed in nature and you can get a bunch of beautiful photos in this application. They're all pretty much copyright free. They're stock photos. So next up is Solid Colors. This is just a Solid Colors wallpaper application. Maybe I'm feeling like I want to have a pastel color for the day. So I'll just click this hamburger menu, save as wallpaper, and then I can go ahead and set that thing as a wallpaper. So sometimes you just want a basic color, and this is a good application for that. It's called Solid Colors. Then I have hotels.com for booking hotels. There's a ton of hotels applications, so I don't think it's necessary to go in there. And then lastly, we have Groupon for getting like kind of coupons on your phone for things you're gonna do and get just better deals on pretty much anything you're gonna buy. So I do love Groupon, and when you buy things on Groupon, you kind of get some Groupon bucks, so sometimes you might even get another deal on a future purchase. So I do love this app quite a bit. And if I slide over, that is it. That is what is on my iPhone for summer 2019. I hope you found value in this video, discovered some apps you might not have known, and this is pretty much what I rock on all my phones right now. I used to do these videos all the time, what's on my iPhone, but they were becoming redundant because it wasn't changing much month to month. So you might see me do another one of these next year when more applications I discover and come to the phone, but I won't be doing them too frequently. But I really wanted to share with you what I have on it now, because I do think I have some amazing apps, a few that you could definitely benefit from. If you have any amazing apps that you want to share them down below with the community, because I am always learning from you guys as well as others, and it really helps us out to have a better experience on our smartphones. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to be well, subscribe if you haven't, and peace.